final Pro Bowl game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
Brees now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Mahomes finding his fellow Chief Hill for the AFC first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A look at the starters defensively now for the NFC.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
Mahomes going to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Jason Myers now for the AFC field goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the AFC in possession of the football to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's good for us in NFC. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Breeze now on 1st down. And that one's complete to Gurley. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now, Breeze again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Breeze to Adam Thielen for an NFC 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. From midfield, here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the NFC has taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
Automatic first down.
Yellow. Come on, 80. 54. Now let's run.
Counter. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Connor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football.
That's caught inside the 20. And touchdown! Michael Thomas, 61 yards. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Rosas good with the extra point. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Gets this one to Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that's an AFC 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the NFC's 6-yard line.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. From 6 yards away. And the AFC able to draw a bit closer. Jason Myers now for the extra point.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. So just a 3-point game now. Now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Breeze to throw. Open man as Thielen is complete. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Breeze now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. To throw is Breeze. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
Rosas to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
To throw is Mahomes. And incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Mahomes. Gets it to Gordon. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Mahomes. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
All set to go now from Orlando. The 2019 NFL Pro Bowl is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
Brees now on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's taken down inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Brees now on first down. Complete to Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Brees now on 3rd and goal. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. First carry for James Conner. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player, to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So they better provide him some help on this one. And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Spins past another.
Oh, my man.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, Breeze. He completes it to Jones. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's NFC football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now Breeze. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Automatic 1st down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run with Connor. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. On
2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back here right after this. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They complete it to Hill.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Breeze. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the NFC has taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down, Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Mahomes now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Myers able to knock it through, and that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This one taken just inside the 10. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Mahomes. Gets it to Gordon. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Breeze now on 1st down. Jones has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Breeze. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. From 6 yards away. And the NFC adds on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
PAT up and good by Rosas. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. Breeze now. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing now is Breeze. Caught by Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Breeze going to throw here. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Rosas good with the extra point. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They complete it to Hill. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mahomes to his KC teammate Kelsey for the AFC first. He finds Hopkins complete. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 44 yards. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be secured by the NFC, and they are going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brees going to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Brees to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Brees is looking to throw. Complete to Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So it's the NFC that comes away with a victory here in this Pro Bowl matchup. Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy classic Madden with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game in exhibition.
Since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, they know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her.